Welcome everybody back to the channel. It is NWA Power Review Show. So loads of you that missed or haven't seen Carl Davis's interview yet, why not, for one? But secondly, you all know that my glamorous co-host has a new nickname. It's no longer Fiona Lochran. We welcome to the show VPN.
I should have changed on my screen and I totally forgot.
Remember for next time. Well, remember for
VPN. And if you don't know why it's VPN, go and watch the interview with Kyle and you'll find out.
exactly that. And we thank Carl for his time yesterday. It was a tremendous, good bit of fun.
It was great. It was a good
Flowed very
interview.
nice. It was fantastic. Loved it. But on to pressing things, NWA Power. First thing of note, Fee, and you did bring this up yesterday when we was talking to Carl, is that the broadcast team did say straight away that next week's episode will start to be hard times. You did mention that as much as you love the 1 hour shows of Power, you still love a pay-per-view every
Oh,
now and
of
again.
course I love a pay-per-view. Snack night. Who doesn't love snack night?
Snack night every night in my house. Don't worry. But I get the point though. It is very good to have Power being an hour, the program, but it is nice to have that special event though, isn't it? Every
Yeah, that's a big loss for me, a
mm,
huge loss for me. And I've spoken with people online on Discord and on
mm.
X or Twitter or whatever the hell it's called. And there's people on both sides of the fence. Some people are like, oh, it's great, it's split up. And I'm like, no, give me my goddamn pay-per-view.
Give me the pay-per-view, damn
I
it.
will die on that hill. That is one of the battles I will choose to fight.
Indeed you will, and indeed you should as well. So the commentary team, so they did mention at the start of the show that as of next week will be hard timing for a few weeks. So
Yeah.
this is
Season
kind of the
17's finale, basically.
This is kind of the season 17 finale, but there is no break. It will go straight into a few weeks of the pay-per-view, or 3 weeks potentially the pay-per-view. But it did begin
Signature live event. I remember tonight. I forgot last night.
SLE, SLE. There's SLE, there's PLEs now, and all over the place.
Always going to be a pay-per-view. What can I say?
Exactly that. Did kick off with the National Heavyweight Championship qualifier, Latimer versus Drake. Now,
Can I just butt in and just talk about how good the cold open was last night?
I haven't seen it yet. I don't have a VPN
Oh,
in the house.
sorry.
But go
It was
ahead.
very good. No, the cold open was the story of Knox and Murdoch, with Eric Smalls and why Eric Smalls is kind of with them now. It was good, very good last night.
And we did mention that yesterday, how the cold open sets the tone of the show, and
Mhm.
it'll either tell you kind of about the main event, which is in this case it did, or it'll be a match on the show, or a storyline ongoing that presents the cold open of the show. So very good. I didn't know that because, like I said, I haven't got myself a VPN yet. I will do, so maybe for season 18. Anyway, National Heavyweight Championship qualifier. Latimer defeated Drake. Fee, tell us all about it as you've seen it.
So first thing in my notes, it's like Tom's in white. I'm so not used to seeing Tom in white. Tom was wearing white. He had white boots, white pads, white trunks on. I was like, oh, okay. The crowd were so behind him,
No.
so behind him. He kind of had the early advantage. He got an early pin, and but obviously Carson Drake came back. Tom took control again. And he won by a crossface and a tap out by Carson, and right slap bang in the middle of the ring. So Carson Drake, obviously we've not seen a lot of. I think we've maybe seen him one or two times before
Yep.
in the previous seasons, but I did not realize he was one of the Exodus Pro Midwest
Oh.
boys. So I'm sure we'll see more of him. Obviously, with Exodus Pro being part of the NWA territory scheme, I'm sure we'll see a lot more of him moving forward.
Yeah, it's a good way to nurture these talents, isn't it? That come up. They have these
Yeah.
territories now where they can hone their talents in and get ready to show us. And we may see more of this as we go along. You may get the standout guys have a shot on Power, a chance to
Yeah.
becoming a regular on NWA. Well, say a regular, it doesn't really work like that on NWA as such, but it's a chance for them to showcase their talents and then potentially become more of an NWA regular.
Yeah. So that now means obviously Tom getting the win. Your four-way for the National Heavyweight Championship is now Tom Latimer versus Zion versus Blake Troop versus Burchill. So that's going to be a good match. There's some big lads and some pretty talented gentlemen in that match. I'm looking forward to that one.
Man, meat slapping that one, isn't it? With some of them
My
guys.
money's on Tom.
Yeah, I'm torn between Tom and Troop. I don't know. And I can remind me that this is the vacant championship, isn't it? This is the one that
Yeah, this is the one that Silas dropped so that he
yes.
can go for the belt with EC3. So
Yes, it is. Wow. Yeah, Tom or Troop for me. I can't see any
okay,
other two. But we'll have a look at that. And that's at hard times.
that's at hard times. Yeah,
Ooh, can't wait for. I've got to get a VPN for that. Now you went to Slimeball City next, V.
we
Um,
did Slimeball City, the kids versus the Slimeballs.
who are the
Who
kids?
I'm Who are the kids? That is a very, very good question because I was trying to work out who they were. So far, I've only got Jackson. I only got one name was Jackson, and it was the dark-haired kids.
They've been on
There was
before
two
though,
kids.
haven't they?
I haven't seen them before, so they've maybe been on a
Signature
sh
live event. They was on it. They
which
were
one?
maybe Samhain or the one before that. They were definitely. I
Right,
remember
I
seeing them.
don't remember them. Sorry, boys. But the four of them straight into it before the bell had even rung. They were just absolutely going for it. That match went outside the ring. It was inside the ring. It was all over the place. And surprisingly for me, the kids took the win on that one. They beat Slimeballs.
The kids did indeed. I think it was a main event that the kids come in December, around December time on Power.
Okay.
I've got the wonders of Google in front of me while we're talking, just so that I can. I was trying to find out who the kids are.
But yeah, shotgun boot on Slimeball Sage, and the kids pick up the victory for that one. So
Jackson Drake and
mhm,
Alexander Lev.
there you go.
They are the kids.
I
Uh,
had Jackson. I didn't have the other one, so
there you go. What wonders of Google right in front of them. How was they in the ring? What was their ring work?
it was all right actually. I quite enjoyed it. I thought they were actually quite a good. They're a good pairing, but I thought they were quite a good match for Slime Balls as well. I'd actually quite like to see a little bit more of all four of those guys, to be honest with you.
Hmm.
My jury's still out on Slime Balls, but yeah, yeah, I'm very much a. I genuinely don't tend to make up an opinion straight away on
Yeah,
wrestling. I
yeah,
like to let it mull over for a little
yeah.
while and simmer for a wee bit. So I'm still not sure, but they were very entertaining.
Yeah, and the slime balls are, as you said, the slime balls are entertaining as well.
Yeah,
Speaking of entertaining, it then goes to Joe Alonso. So he's got Mo Jabari coming up in a match.
he does indeed.
Really wanted to see that. You're going to tell me how good it was in a minute. He said he was one of the fastest rising stars in the NWA, but he was interrupted by another team that you're not.
Well, no, that's the thing. Alonso didn't. Myra, May, and May Valentine said
Uh,
Mo Jabari was one of the fastest rising stars.
ah,
And Alonso was like, whoa, hold on a minute. He's been here like a minute. He's had one match. How can he be the fastest rising star?
he's got
And
points.
then he was interrupted by Daisy and Talos.
Yeah, another team that you're not very keen on, or not quite sold on.
I
Sorry,
know, I'm not sold on them yet.
rephrase that. But they're going for the United States Tag Team Championship apparently.
Apparently so.
Hard
And they
time.
will not stop until they get them, allegedly.
Wow, that'd be very interesting to see if that happens at hard times or not. We go to another. Now, this is a very interesting. Our good friend Carl Davis was next.
They're lovely, Kyle.
For those of
This was
you,
cool. This I'm
yeah,
like, ooh,
you know where I'm going to this.
I do.
Carl Davis. Also, our video with Carl Davis is available on our channel. Just a bit quick
On YouTube,
on YouTube
HTTV.
and Spotify. You can see, yes, VPN and me doing the business with Carl. Markova and Vampiro. Interesting. She said she'll do whatever whatever she had to do to win the NWA Women's Championship. And then
Mm-hmm.
Hero said he can help with that at a price.
Yes. Interesting.
Ooh,
Very interesting. This
duh.
is me going back to my old days of watch this space. I'm intrigued.
Watch this.
I think Markova might be the type of person that may well take Vampiro up on this offer, to be honest with you.
Do you think that she's had so many, she's wrestled quite a few times for the title unsuccessfully, whether it be Camille, whether it be Kenzie, that perhaps she does need a bit of the experience of Vampiro there to get the job done?
I kind of feel like, yes, nothing against Markova, but if you've had that many shots and not made it, something's missing.
Mm, maybe. What can
Maybe
Vampiro
she's gone
bring?
over to the dark side, who knows?
What can Vampiro bring though? I don't know either. It's a
Keep
women.
watching or
Keep
not
watching.
keep watching.
Get a
Sorry.
VPN. Get a VPN. I must do it. I've got to do it. We go to Joe Alonso versus Mo Jabari. Joe Alonso does win. Are you going to tell me how good this match was now?
I really liked this. There was a lot of transitions. There was a lot of reversals. There was a lot of counters. It was very, very fast paced. Lots of back and forward. Um, there was a sneaky little hair pull by Alonso and Mo Jabari's hair, but I'm pretty sure there was a wee sneaky Mo Jabari something on Alonso to warrant that probably. They were super evenly matched. There was no like mega dominant, like, oh, this is Alonso's match or this is Jabari's match.
Hmm.
I love Alonso. He's an arrogant shit, but I think that's warranted, to be honest with you. Kind of what
Yeah.
Kyle said last night between him and he's not sure whether it was him or Kerry that was the most, it wasn't arrogant. I can't remember what
Ah,
word he used.
I know what you mean, though.
But I'm like, yeah, he absolutely is, but he's super talented. And I like this is this I think only the second time I've seen Mo Jabari.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing more of that man.
Didn't
I really
Jabari,
like
wasn't
him.
he against Colby Carino at one on what, last
I
season?
think he was, yeah.
Great
I can't
effort again.
remember, but he was, yeah, he's definitely one to watch.
Oh, certainly, without a doubt. I liked it. Yeah, it was him and Kobe. Yeah, he was a great match with Kobe Carino. Joe Alonso winning ways. We'll see what happens with him. We're now at the main event already. These Power episodes don't last long at the minute. I'll get something or other sorted out so I can watch because it's hard times. I need to sort it out for hard. Murdoch, Knox, and Eric Smalls against the new Spectaculars. This sounds like a ton of fun with these six, and I'm guessing it didn't disappoint.
It did not disappoint, not for me anyway, personally. They went straight in off the bat again. All six of them just went for each other. And the bell finally rung. Smalls actually, I think Smalls actually went through the ropes. And to dive onto the spectaculars outside of the ring. So you can imagine there was a brawl inside the ring. It
Yeah.
all went outside the ring. Smalls through the ropes and then the bell rings to start the match. So when you hear that, you know there's going to be all kinds of shenanigans. Um, Realistically, I have literally written down Smalls got battered. Smalls took the brunt of the new spectaculars. But he got to tag. He made it to the tag to let Trevor in, and Trevor and Murdoch did a double high low on Slade and Rush, and Small's little springboard off the top rope onto Freeman and 1, 2, 3 pin. So
the Eric's the most unusual Eric team of Eric Smalls and Knox and Murdoch pick up the victory, but Smalls did hit Rolando below the belt after the match. They did.
at the end of the match, yeah, because obviously Rolando's been a bit of a white boy to him lately and got what he
Right. Do
deserved, I think.
you know who they need to bring in to take on Smalls?
Who?
Swoggle.
Little Dylan, okay.
Little Dylan. Yeah, little Dylan. Dylan, if you're watching and you want to come on, you're welcome to. We're delighted to have you on. So that was the go home, as you say, that was season 17's finale of
I
NWA.
can't believe that's 17 seasons. I've been there since the start.
You've been a stalwart for the
Hmm,
NWA. You've been there longer than some of the talent.
I know.
That's that. But you still don't look a day over 20. We spoke about that before you went on. But that's great. And a really good end to the season of Power. As we said, hard times for the next few weeks now, as we move on to then the Crockett Cups of the qualifying stages or whatever of the Crockett Cup.
Yeah, and they've got obviously the tapings in Tampa next weekend as well.
Yes.
So they're taping in Tampa. Crockett Cup's on the 18th of May, is it?
Yes.
In
Something like that.
Forney and at the OC in Forney in Texas, which is home of TSW, Texas Style Wrestling. They just moved there as their new location last month on sometime this year, earlier this year, they moved over to Forney. It's a huge kind of campus with the TV studio and everything. The setup looks absolutely fabulous. The Crockett Cup's going to look great there. So,
And much to
but
your
again, I'm so disappointed that it's not going to be, because
yeah,
that's my tournament. That's my
yeah,
show. The Crockett Cup is my NWA Rumble, basically, like the equivalent of the Rumble in WWE for me. So I'm disappointed, and I'm
I was
disappointed it's only one night as well.
yeah, I was literally saying, I was literally just about to say the Crockett Cup will be spread over a few weeks on Power, much to your chagrin. And also
Oh,
NWA 76 is going to be in Philly, the
at
two
the
300.
EC3 arena. Oh,
EC3? Is he got his own
EC3,
arena?
EC3, see, NWA on the brain, ECW arena. So
I don't think EC3 needs another bigger ego
no, he
shot
doesn't.
than that.
Yeah, the 2300 arena. So
2300 arena, the old
I'm looking
EC3.
at flights.
Hear that,
I'd
everyone.
love to go to one of the anniversary shows.
And that will be also across number of weeks on NWA,
But
probably.
not if I'm there live.
Not if you're there live. No, you'll get the full signature live event experience.
A
Shall
little
we?
weekend in Philly. It's very
Funnily
tempting.
enough, I know someone who's actually jetting off to Philly tomorrow morning for
I know
WrestleMania.
lots of people in Philly right now. Have a great WrestleMania weekend if you're out there. I'm so jealous.
Absolutely no. You've got a friend that is also going one-on-one with the NWA champion.
I do. So this
Please.
weekend, EC3 is in the UK. He is working for a couple of promotions.
Yeah.
Iron Drew Marshall is taking on EC3 this Saturday night at WAW.
Is it for the championship?
Eh, I think it might be. Think it might be. I'm not 100% certain, so don't quote me on it either way. But even just to have a match with EC3, I'm so excited for Drew. Go smash it. Go
Well, that is
just go
assuming
into it.
EC3 doesn't drop the title on Friday night when he takes on my good friend in
Oh,
wrestling, the Demon Damien over where are they? At the Radigan's Community Center on Friday. So he may not be the champion by Saturday. And if you don't know who the Demon Damien is, the guy that basically who Ignite used his ring, his name's Brett. I don't know if he wants me to tell him his name, but there you go. But it's the Demon Damien EC3 on the Friday. Assuming he gets through that, he has your buddy on the Saturday. And assuming he gets through that on WrestleMania Sunday, he is then taken on the Forever Rivals Wrestling Champion, Yestin Reese.
oh, I haven't seen Yeston for ages.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
and you can also watch the Yestin Reese interview live on our channel at any time. You can go onto our interview button on there and you see that. But yeah, EC3's got a lot of stuff going on. We kind of done our program of events yesterday on Carl's show, so we'll leave it. But we're not going to be leaving you long, everybody. For those of you that you know the NWA Spotlight tape, we're going to be doing a bit of power tape. What we're doing is we're taping quite a few spotlights and then putting them out over a number of weeks. So we're going to be taping very, very shortly with NWA star Brian Idol, and when you'll be able to see that next week on the channel, and we will be back next week as well, VPN, for the Hard Times Night 1 review of what is going to happen. We do not know. But as always, I will let you go and spruce up for 25 minutes before we see Brian.
What, am I not okay like this?
You're lovely to me all the time, Finn. You don't have to scrub up for me. But Brian, on the other hand, I don't know. You know, he's a chap, isn't he? So we'll
With glorious hair.
see. I'm gonna be like a bloody sore thumb in this one,
Me
isn't
and him with our nice long manes, and you're just like Kyle's cousin.
it? Carl's cousin. Yeah, I might have to put a wig on. I think I'll have to see if we've got one in the house. Anyway, just search for us at HCT Buckle on Twitter, hitting the turnbuckle, all other social media platforms. She has been VPN. I have been Adam Cousins. We'll be back next week to review Hard Times. But until then, everybody, take care. Good night.